I look like shit. God damn, hold up. YouTube. How you guys doing? We're coming out with another rant video today. I'm gonna be playing some NWR. I don't even know if I'm gonna play. I might just sit here and just talk. Honestly, I got the Goku, the Kame-san. Got the Kame shirt on, because you know we on that Turtle Gang shit. Yo, hey, I'm gonna get that trending now. Turtle Gang shit. Turtle Gang shit. I'm on the Turtle Gang shit. Turtle Gang shit. No, but alright. What we're gonna talk about today is people you should never become. Okay? So we live in a day and age where people are so like people's actions, people's, their mannerisms are based solely on emotion. So these are people that you should never become if you're ever, affected by emotions. Obviously, everyone, I'm not gonna say that I'm a goddamn robot and I'm not affected by emotion, but in the case that you are, affected and depressed, you should never become these people, okay? And I'm telling you from experience that I have been this person, and I think you should never be this person, or any of these people. And it doesn't, what's it called? And it doesn't just apply to, like, let's say breakups or relationships. This applies to, like, life in general, alright? Let's say, we're gonna jump into the world of hypotheticals, okay? First, we're gonna start with the emotional people that you should never be after, a certain situation. Breakups. Okay, you break up, and depending on whether it's good or bad, you should never be this person, okay? So let's say you break up, and it was a fine breakup, you guys are still friends. There's certain rules and aspects to what you should and shouldn't do, and being the person that actually I'm just gonna keep it. Being the person that shows up with a new girl somewhere within 2 days of the breakup is the person you should never be, because that just show, like, I'm not gonna get all Drakey on you guys and shit like that, like she should have been treated better, sort of thing. Because what I mean to say is, God, I don't know how to. I wanna say I know how to say this, but I don't. Wait, hold up. Let me go to party chat real quick. I've been talking to the fucking game chat the entire time. Fuck, I don't care. Make me a party, bitch. Oh shit. Fuck, how am I able to stream then? Anyways, I'm just gonna go and mute everybody. Oh. Cool. Anyways, what? You should never be that person, because it just shows insensitivity to a person's emotions. Like, if like, let's say there's a bar, you're like 24 years old, and you've been dating this girl, let's say, since you were 21. And you recently broke up because, just issues, like you guys didn't get along, a lot of people say it, they give you the excuse that, like, you're not in love anymore. And I understand. Wow. What just happened? They're like, I'm not in love anymore, and they give you that, and, you just have to deal with it. You're just like, okay, if you don't want to be with me no more, what am I about to do about it? You can't really do anything. You can't do much. Why am I getting spawn trapped? The fact is, let's say that she shows up to this bar, and her routine schedule, because let's say that's where you met her. You're gonna show up and be that insensitive cunt that goes, hey, I know that she goes here, and I feel like being a dick. I'm just gonna show up with a new girl in less than 3 days, and be that insensitive cunt that goes, oh, yo, yeah, this is my new girl. Like, do you know what type of effect that has on people? Do you know what type of effect that has on specifically women that are obviously, so, like, scientifically, actually, I wouldn't say scientifically, like, psychologically, they are a lot more sensitive than we are. Not saying that girls are pussies. I know some straight savages. They may have one, but they're not straight. They aren't pussies. The problem is that, they're these girls, they're fucking crazy. Like they take like the slightest bit of like, you know, I wouldn't even call it harassment. Why did you try to nade me? I wouldn't even call it harassment to a certain extent. I would call it like hate, because it does become hate after a while. Like you start to hate the other person for the bullshit that they put you through. Fuck. And you know, you sort of look at people who have like go through problems like these, and you see that they're not the most mentally stable people, or like even I wouldn't even call it mentally stable. I would call it emotionally stable. These people are so fucked in the head at that point that they don't know who to trust and if they should ever trust people again. Honestly, I wouldn't either. Now I come to think about it, you look at people who go through these issues, and it depends on the girl. Sometimes, you know, it has multiple conclusions. I've seen girls that, you know, go through these really bad breakups and they go straight, like I'm telling you, straight to lesbianism. They find attraction in girls because they say girls are on the same page as them. They you know, I'm not gonna be offensive. I'm not gonna say like they turn into dykes. But yeah, like girls go through really bad breakups and then they turn into lesbians. Like yeah, they just find attraction towards women now. They lose their interest in men and switch right. They switch parties, bro. And you know, I feel if that's a way for you to get over the bad breakup that you're doing through, kudos, dude. Like, why is this thing shooting so fast? This is a DLC weapon, right? It's ass. Like, if you feel the need to be doing that right after a breakup, go ahead. Like, no one's judging you. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say no one's judging you, but I know people that would judge. But yeah, there's that extremity, and then there's the extremity of girls becoming complete and utter, like, you know, I'm not gonna say they're whores either, because, you know, that's just based on their decision at this point. But they feel like, okay, you know what, like, I feel like I've been on a really bad break, and you know, and shit like that. Hold on, I'm gonna try to go to party now. Yes, I don't have to hear the other people's noise. But yeah, like you have those people that just go straight into the like, they either go into like, I mean, I can't say it either because I mean that's like giving choices. There's like a multiple ending to this specific situation. Especially even after like a good breakup, like they're just like, oh well, you know, it's like let's say like the sex wasn't even that good between the two people. They're just like, oh well, time to get my game back on, and then they just turn into like the complete opposite of what you thought they were. Like maybe with you they were like a really like, you know, like conserved girl that they like sex would be nice. Like it'd be nice for you, maybe not for them. But then when you step into her account, you don't know if she likes it or not. And then when let's say you guys finally break up, she goes and like, you know, fries your shit and goes, you know what, it wasn't even good dick anyways. And then they go and proceed to go and fuck half the people in your area and, you know, try to find good dick because obviously you weren't good enough. Hey viewer, welcome to the stream. Let me pull up my chat real quick and I will be right with you. Or technically a video anyways. Let me see what you commented real quick. My home doggy dog from the Skillet Dogs. Yo, I got 300 subs. You know, sub back and give you a shout out. Hey man, that sounds dope. Just sub to me real quick, and then I'll get the notification. I'll sub as soon as I can, as soon as the stream's done. Jesus, I'm still watching that mini lad video. Come on, refresh. I don't want to watch this dumbass video no more. Hurry up. But yeah, that's usually the story of how shit happens and not just my area, just like different areas in the world in general. And it's kind of sad that to see how people become like that. I'm out here trying to be like nice to everybody, like, and people automatically, just because they went through one bad breakup, like that's how people. And you should never be that person that goes and you know, hurts people like that. It also depends on like I said, the type of breakup. If it was a good breakup, you know, that happens. If it's a bad breakup, you know, people will definitely, most definitely change. There's the people who become complete and utter assholes after that because they feel like they were like, you know, I wouldn't say unwanted either, but they were like not mistreated. How do you say it? Like they weren't unappreciated. There you go. They were unappreciated, and they felt like they could have done a lot better with their lives. Aid. Hey, turn up. Yeah, this it's kind of sad to see that there are people like that who feel unappreciated, and it's sort of like, I wouldn't say I have to blame it because it's always been around like that. Like that type of, why are you not dead? But I believe that the reason why people are like this is because have you seen our culture now? Like, you know, like modern culture, we have like a hookup society where like no one wants to take anybody else seriously relationship wise. Oh my god. And that usually leads to people having trust issues. You know, no one wants to take each other seriously. I hear you. Where are you? Hey. And that's what it kills the vibe of anybody who wants to be in a relationship to everybody who is in a relationship. Stop pushing me, you dumbass. That's the third time you've lost already.
Our UAV is online.
You fucking bitch.
Our UAV is online.
But yeah, like I would have to blame it on the type of society that we live in now, especially this like weird ass hookup society where everyone's like, yeah, yeah, you're my girl, but I can talk to other people too. Like, what? I'm not even gonna sound like it's not it's kind of fucked up to not do that. Like, it is really fucked up to do that. Like, I know a lot of guys who are like, yeah, I talked to this girl, she's my girl, but at the same time I got like 7 different side chicks in my contacts list. Like that shit don't make no sense, bro. I'm gonna have to whip out a calculator and be like, this shit don't add up, my dude. So, and I'm the type of person that has like zero filter in like, let's say, a social gathering. Like, I will fry your shit on the spot. And if you ever try to hit somebody with that fuck shit in front of me, I will fry your shit on the spot, bro. I'll be like, nah, bro, that shit don't make no sense. And then they look at you weird, like, bro, you don't do that shit too? Like, yeah, of course I don't do it. I'm not a complete, oh my god. I was like, I'm not a complete dickhead. We're like spawn trapping this kid. At the same time, they somehow continue to pick up kills, which is starting to boggle my mind. How are you picking up kills? Ah! Oh my god, is that really a thing? Is it the M40 really that OP? Where the reload time is like you can get 2 shots in at once? Almost simultaneous fucking sniper shots. I love this video game. Oh shit, he's about to get 2-piece. Oh. But yeah, like that's really how it be sometimes, and guys after like let's say a really bad breakup where let's say the girl used them, and trust me, there are girl savages too. That girls are not angels. That I've seen some real savage shit come from them, and they hurt a guy, and then the guy turns into a complete asshole. Like I'm telling you, like. And I'm guilty of this too, just because sometimes I am a very salty son of a bitch. And I've seen it, I've done it. They go and proceed to be the biggest fucking savage of all time. They will fucking expose nudes. They will hit on their friends, and now let's take me back because I'm hitting real flashbacks right now. Damn, I come to think about it, I'm a bit of a hypocrite because I've done this, and I promise never to do this again. But yep, I've done that before. I've exposed, just because like I was like so salty like in the moment. I was so upset with my existence that I went and did that, and now that person hates me. But you know, what are you gonna do now? It's over. Yeah, don't be that person. We need to stop that. 'Cause it hurts a lot of people. I can comment on my video. All right, bet. I'll do that right now. You alright, fam? Sound like you did. My dog sound like she threw up, bro. Scary as fuck. Yeah. That's also another person you should never be. Another person you should never be is a person that itemizes women. That just looks bad. Especially if you're young and you do that now. Like, if you're like in your 17 and 18 and let's say you go to college, if you especially if you go to college and especially in a small town, people know who you are over time, and then your image goes out there, and it's usually like men will give you like a good image. Like men will be like, yeah, dude, that man, he gets pussy and shit like that, and women will be like, oh, he's a fuck boy, like and shit like that, and it'll send out a really bad message because for you're not into dudes, you're into girls, so you might as well just appeal to what girls like. But no, some people believe that you know, female opinions don't really fucking matter, and that's really incorrect because they do matter because they're the ones. I actually hit that for the first time ever right now. Like female opinions matter because they're the ones that you're smashing, not the other way around. Like they're not smashing you, you're smashing them in the relationship. I mean, that's also kind of fucked up too. Like it has to be like a mutual thing. Like y'all have to fuck with each other. But obviously some guys aren't into that. They're just like, you know, new girl every other night or every night. They're that OP. Nice bud. EPs? EPs? Question mark? Put it in the chat.
UAV recon standing by.
I'll say, if you didn't win that, I was about to cry for you, my guy.
Our UAV is online.
Goddamn. But yeah, like they're just certain people that you should never be, and those are the type of people. Because then you end up hurting other people, and it's a constant cycle of cancer that people like develop. Well, actually, like specific groups in your area develop where, you know, there's always that one girl who's new to the group. You know, she's a good girl, goes to school, and she hangs around with people like this, and then she develops hoenitis, or we call it hoenitis because it's sort of a disease nowadays, where women become, you know, they view themselves as objects when that's not really a good thing either. But they sort of like, I wouldn't say bring this on themselves. They just become hoes. Let's just keep it at that. And it's kind of sad to see, you know, like a girl that you didn't even have to like her. Like you were just like associated with her. Like you went to parties and she was there. And 1 month she's like, you know what? She dates a guy. Well, actually for like let's say a couple months. She knew the guy for a couple months. She dated the guy for a couple months. Guy was treating her bad. Why am I not landing these shots? What? Yeah, like, and then you see that she completely turns into a hoe, and like, you know, a month in after their breakup, you hear that she's sleeping around with like half of your old, like, the class of 2015 of your high school, and you're just like, what? Didn't you go to youth group last month, like church youth group? You weren't like this before. And she's just like, just let me do me, and she doesn't question herself anymore, whether she wants to do this or not. She just does it. She's like, I need to get my mind off of things, and then she turns into that person. And it's sort of like, I could have, like, if you were with me, sort of thing, like, this would have never happened. But you know, like my mom says, everybody fucks themselves in their own way, and I guess, you know, maybe people like that do. But it's just sad to see, because, you know, those people usually start off as really nice people, and then they become people you don't ever want to hang out with ever again. Or if you're into that sort of thing, you know, you can be the next one in the line, and that's kind of nasty. The Congo line of AIDS. We're just not gonna go there. But yeah, that's how I'd be sometimes. Other people you should be is, don't be that person that, you know, everybody knows for being dishonest, disloyal, because you really don't want to be that person over time. Like, you won't get invited anywhere, you won't have any friends, and it's like, it's not good for the personal image. And I'm just here to help y'all motherfuckers. Y'all motherfuckers are weird. I've seen some weird shit in my day. I don't deserve to see shit like that. Why can't I jetpack? I wish this game. No, not gonna say that. I'm gonna go lie. I've become a pretty good jetpacker lately, and alright. That leads me to another thing. Don't be that person that goes and like, scams people. Like, if you're scamming people, if you're really doing shit like that, your parents must be really poor, or you must be really poor and lazy. Because I've seen some real scammy people, like people who like to scam people for like $5 too. They're like, yo, like, this one guy, he asked me, I threw a party one time, right? And this one black dude shows up at my party, right? I don't even know the dude, right? And he goes, knocks on the hotel room, my hotel door, and goes, hey man, my car's outside and I need gas. Can y'all spare some money? And I said, yeah, bro. I was like, how much you need? He said, I need $50. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, no, I need $50 of gas. I'm like, what are you driving? He goes, I'm driving a Chrysler, like a big truck. I'm like, all right, that's fine. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I was, he came into my door and he asked me for $50. I said, I was just like, well, yeah, what type of car do you have? He said, I was like, $50? What do you need $50 for? I needed it for I think it was like a Chrysler van or something like that. And I don't know if Chrysler makes vans or not, but I've never seen a full tank be $50. And I was like, sorry man, I ain't got no $50. He's like, really man? You just said you would size it. I'm like, yeah, but not $50. Like, you need $10 for gas. I got you, my dude, but I'm not about to size $50. I may look like an idiot, but I'm not an idiot. So yeah, like, he tried scamming me, and then I looked at his keychain. Like, he was just like, come on, man. Like, he was just trying to talk me into giving him like $50, and it's a Honda Civic key. And I'm like, I was like, so you drive a Chrysler, huh? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, can I see it? He's like, man, I just need $50. I'll be out of your way. And I was like, first of all, you're gonna get out of my way regardless, because you're not getting the $50. And then I told him, I was like, second of all, you have a Honda. Look at your keychain. He's like, oh, he's like, hey, why you disrespecting? Oh, my boy set up. They're like, yo, I'm gonna need you to leave. And he's just like, oh, he's like, that's some real fuck shit. Walks away. Nothing happens like that. But you can't be people like that, and you can't Jew people. Oh, I wouldn't tell you. Alright, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't say that. You're not gonna try to scam people out of money, because that's kind of fucked up. Like, there's people who don't do that anymore because of people like you, and you should never be that person. Like, you don't want to become that person. And I understand that sometimes people, like, they have needs, or they just like, they're just fiends. Like, honestly, I've seen fiends be doing some fuck shit like that, but it's not, it doesn't show, like, it doesn't send out a good message. It feels, it's not good. I want the Arctic Wolf camo. Anyways, yeah, don't be that person. Uh, Another person. Don't extort people or animals. Please don't do that. Don't don't extort. Um, I had an issue one time where I'm not even gonna lie. Like I'm pretty sure I've done this a couple times. I'm pretty, yeah, actually, now that I can think about it, I have. I wouldn't say I extorted my animal, like my pet, but I have gone to specific places with my dog
Let's do this, Marines.
solely because I wanted to go pick up phone numbers or shit like that, or like not even be relevant. That just makes me sound like a fucking faggot. I would say I did it because, oh my god, I stepped out too much. I would say I just used it to get numbers, honestly, because I went to, actually, now I can think about it, I'll give you guys a little story. Yeah, story time for yo bitch asses. I went into, oh, there's a second one, I know this. Yeah, I went to campus one time, and I walked around campus with my dog, right? My dog is a Siberian, it's a black and white Siberian Husky,
UAV recon standing by.
and I went around campus saying that she was a Arctic service dog or Arctic rescue dog. That you know, have you ever seen those dogs that run around the wild and rescue people if they're ever in like a snowstorm or something like that? Like you know, your bobsled breaks in the middle of the tundra and you're really shit out of luck. Yeah, those dogs literally come to you and they'll give you. They usually have like a rucksack full of medicine and stuff like that. Or I used to hear like back in like the 60s they used to carry dogs around like that, but they had like alcohol with them because you know alcohol heats the body, and if you're ever in that sort of situation, you want to keep your body warm. Why are you next to me? Kill yourself. Yeah, those types of dogs. So I went around saying that was my dog did that solely for the fact that I just wanted to keep my dog on campus, because you know you're not allowed to bring your dog on campus unless it's a quote unquote service dog. What? That's not even how you use it. Yeah, I went around and, you know, girls, that's statistically shown they love dogs. Dogs are the key to success. And you know, constantly, like every 10 minutes, a new girl would come up to me and say, "Hey, I like your dog. Can I pet it?" I was like, "Yeah," and you know, we'd start up combo, spit some game. And if you guys don't know, my game is cold. I'm talking about like sub-zero temperatures, touch you and you lose a finger, sort of cold. And you know, I'm just a good conversationalist. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm not trying to hype myself up, but that's just the way I am. Like, I'm really easy to talk to. I'm very open with people. I'm not, you know, I'm not shy. Like I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you, baby girl. Yeah, that's how I be. Like I'm not afraid to talk to people. And
UAV recon standing by.
where'd my score go? Usually it says 100 after that. What the hell?
UAV is online.
But yeah,
Friendly airstrike on the way.
that's how it is. Like I went there and I was just like, yeah, I was like, let me get y'all numbers. And some girls would be like, yeah, sure, you know, we can go hang out sometime. I'll come with you to the dog park or something, like some dog related. But within 2 or 3 days of just talking, you know, I took them. Sometimes I'll take them to the dog park with me or not. You know, sometimes I won't. Within 2 or 3 days, I'm hooking up with them regardless. Like, not regardless. Like I said, like, you know, pull a pill Cosby, but like they'll wanna hook up, and it's just like, all right, well that was.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Felt like Staples, you know, that was easy. Fuck, I'm gonna die. I died regardless. But yeah, like they're just like, yeah, I should come over. I want to see your dog. They come over and it's not the dog they saw. It's the doggy style they saw. So Hit it from the back. Watch a nigga bless you.
Enemy UAV is airborne.
Damn, they're really holding that fucking building down, dude. Whoa, hold up. Yeah, that's really how it be sometimes. Like, I don't want to itemize people like that because it's not really fair to them. But that's, if you're smart, you'll play the game wisely, and that's usually how the game ends up being played. It's just kind of sad that it's just that easy. Yeah, but don't extort. Like, another thing is like don't extort people, as in like children. Like, I have a little sister, and she used to go to summer camps and stuff like that for sports, and so in these said sports camps, I'd be like, yeah, that's my sister. She's a really good soccer player, and my sister is pretty good at soccer for her age, just because she's had so much. You fucking bitch. And just because she's had so much training with different camps, like, she's actually very talented compared to the other little girls that play in her league and her age group. And so I was like, yeah, that's my sister, and you know, the older sisters are, you know, there's plenty of them. So yeah, don't be like me. Don't be like me. Hold up. What's another good person? You ever meet those walk the walk, but I mean talk the talk but can't walk the walk type of people? The people who are afraid of fighting and shit like that. God to help me if you have another fucking claymore up here, I'm gonna get really mad. Step out. Ooh. Ouch.
Friendly airstrike on the way.
Why are you not dead? Oh, yep. That's another group of people you shouldn't really hang out with. That self-diagnosed people too. I was watching a Filthy Frank video, and I've met people like that now. Like, yeah, I don't really go out that much. If you guys haven't seen, I'm usually in my house chilling, you know, out here chilling. But people like that, yeah, like, I feel like it's the self-pity that they want, but at the same time it doesn't really work on you know, those real people. I'll be honest with you. If you came up to me and were like, yeah, I have a depression. Like, I've been depressed for 6 months now over a guy that like I didn't even talk to that much. Like,
Mission accomplished. Good work, Marine.
especially if your friends like expose you in front of everybody too. They'll be like, ah, yeah, like, you'll say like, oh yeah, there was a guy that I used to like, and Jesus Christ, how'd you even see him? I wouldn't have seen him. Yeah, they're like, yeah, you know, I wanna say that I'm happy, but I'm not because I'm depressed. And then our friends are like, but you didn't even talk to him. Like you'd be like, I really like this guy, and he's like, and I'm like, damn, did he hurt you? Did he like break up with you? Oh, something like that. And then it goes like the other friends would be like, you never even talked to him, right? Yeah, but he went back to his ex. Like, we were talking, we were texting, but I never told him that. I was just like, how? How can you be upset about such a thing? Like, unless somebody physically or emotionally hurts you, you can't be mad. You really can't. And like, I don't like to dog on people, especially on those issues. But just don't be that. Don't turn into that person, especially if it is like, you know, a bad breakup. Like, don't be a petty son of a bitch. And like I said, I'm being a bit of a hypocrite because I am very petty. Like, I am a fucking savage. You don't know me. I do shit that makes me question my own like humanity at times. But yeah, don't be that petty person. Don't be a petty person around like after breakups. Don't be a scamming type of person, because those are just ugly people. Like, it's a group of people that should just hop on a boat and go to a far-off island where you should never leave. Just go and start your own society there because you really don't belong with us. And God so help me, I'd hop on that boat as well because there's so many people that deserve to be on the boat, and one of them is me. And you know, a lot of people like to, you know, look at the posts that I make, a lot of the videos that I make, Instagram posts, Snapchat stories. And they're like, well, you're self-diagnosed too. I'm actually not. Like, self-diagnosis means that I go and I constantly bitch and moan about the things that bother me in my life. And that usually includes... Jesus Christ, I'm lagging my ass off. Hold up. Yeah, I'm lagging my dick off. I get this kill, God to help me. I don't belong on this planet. Dude, alright, cool, thanks. Oh, no! Yeah, I'm leaving. Don't deserve to be on that type of internet. But yeah, like, don't, they're like, yo, Andre, but you're self-diagnosed too. You're such a fucking hypocrite. Like, no, like, I identify that I'm a bad person. And whatever pain I experience, I usually bring on to myself. I don't bitch and moan about the planet being such a piece of shit that it is, and blame my suffering or my depression, or, you know, like, let's say that I tell people, like, yeah, you know, I don't go out that much, and whenever I drink, it's usually by myself. Like, I swear to God, I pour myself a shot of vodka probably every night, probably. And they usually just like small bottles or like water bottles that I filled from parties and stuff like that. I've done stuff like that just because I was just so upset with like what is life. But I don't put it in my bio and say like I'm depressed. Don't message me. Don't DM me. I wasn't gonna DM your dumbass anyway. But people like that who try to use it to a certain advantage. I don't ever try to use my experience as an advantage because it's not something that I should, one, be proud of, and two, you know, put out there. You know, I don't think girls like it when you go up to them and be like, hi, yeah, I'm 100 and I'm depressed. What? Like, no one does shit like that. And I really don't think that people deserve to go through that. And use it to their funny thing, but it's not something that should be like, you know, just like use it to your advantage. Be like, I know I'm a sad son of a bitch, but more pussy, right? That'll make it better, right? And especially like, I'm gonna be brutally honest with you. I'm not a good-looking human. I was blessed. You know. I could pull out that episode from SpongeBob, like, I'll look at my parents and be like, you gave me the ugly! Yeah, they gave me the ugly. Like, I'm not good looking. And it's hard when a person, especially like a teenager, they realize this in their lives, and they're like, yo, I'm really one ugly motherfucker. And everyone's like, no, you're good looking, you're cute. And you know they're fucking lying to you. Like, that's the worst thing you can do to somebody, like, especially to an ugly person, that's the worst thing you can do. Tell an ugly person that they're good looking when they really aren't. You're lying to them, and that's called, you give people false hope. And that's, like, the worst thing you can do as a human being. When you give people false hopes, it's like telling a person, hey man, you know, if you stand in front of a car at going about 50 miles an hour, if you believe in yourself, you can stop that car. And they're like, because you can do it. And you're giving a person false hopes. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't even do it. Like, that's like an ugly person going up to, like, you're chilling with an ugly person, and whether you're a dick or not, I'm telling you because I've seen this shit before, and you know, people like to egg on ugly people. And you know, we go up to the ugly, you know, the desert, like the ugly friend in our group, and we're like, yo, go get that girl's number. And they're like, nah, man, like, nah, they're gonna turn me down. Like, what if they turn me down? And you're like, you give them false hopes. They're like, yeah, man, trust me, it's not possible. She wouldn't be that stupid to turn you down. And then the guy feels hyped, and then he gets the worst curve of all time Do you know how much of an asshole you are? Do you know how much of a bad friend? Like, do you know that kid probably wants to shoot himself now, just because you gave him all that false hope? Like, that's what it's like, and you don't ever want to do that, dude. Don't be that person. Jesus. I hate having to fix my chair, dude. Like, I've had this chair since 2001. Like, it was my dad's original computer chair. But it's just so fucking old now that it feels weird. So, I'm just gonna duct tape the arms because they feel weird as fuck. They feel like plastered. Like this? Look at that. That was off of my chair. Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. Yeah, that's... Don't do that. Don't be that person. Yeah, and please, for the love of Chin Chin, can we please stop being the person that, you know, shows up to, you know, like, say, social gatherings, and it brings up beef, like, everyone's in a good mood, everyone's dancing, and then, you know, like, how do I say it? Like, it just brings bad vibes, like, let's say y'all have beef, uh, let's say, on the internet, and you really want to fight the person, so you, thinking that you're Mr. Macho Man, you decide to go to a place where said person usually hangs out with his friends, you know, has a good time, let's say a hookah bar or a bar, and you know exactly where they are, where they're gonna be. You know, you have friends who are like, hey man, and you make up lies about it too. That's, yeah, like I need to ask him something, like, you know, or he forgot something at my house, I need to give it back to him. And you know, you show up, and in front of everybody, instead of being discreet about, yo, can I talk to you real quick, outside? And 100% usually that'll turn into a fight, but sometimes people with, you know, minds, they tend to talk it out. People with actual, like, brain power, they tend to talk it out. But yeah, you usually go to fights, but instead of you know, pulling a person aside and be like, yo, can I talk to you? It's important. They go and make a huge fucking scene, like you're sitting down with a couple friends, and you know, you being a smart unconfrontational person, ignores him, just like walks away, like, yeah, I know that person and I have beef, but I'm not gonna talk to her now. And then he goes, yo, so I heard you talking shit in front of everyone. Let's say you just criticize something that they did. You know, you're like, yeah, I can, dumbass. You just go dumbass, and somebody, so, like, let's say one of your friends, but like not really, like he's like your friend, but like not even your, like, friend. Like, he's a friend that you hang out with, but at the same time, like, he's like, he only hangs out with you when it's like, how do you say it? How do you say some shit like that? Like, when it's only, like, on his own time. Like, he hangs out with you on his own time. He, those people, like, he goes and reports it to the other kid and goes, yo, that guy's talking mean shit about you. Like, he's talking the most fugazi. He's talking hella reckless about you. And, you know, you go and you're like, and you're put in this awkward situation when you're like, okay, so maybe I did. Let's go talk this out. But instead, he goes and starts this whole, like, and especially when there's women around, like, and that pulls them into to the whole issue. That's not good. Like, educate yourself, please. And you know, we're just chilling here, and then he goes, yo, I heard you were talking shit. Like, don't be that person, because then you just look like a complete dumbass when you get your ass kicked. And most of these fights will end up, like, the guy, he goes, starts a confrontation, and he gets his ass handed to him, and then it's just like, but you could have avoided this whole thing if you just pulled me outside and wanted to talk and said, hey, I just want to talk. And then if it gets bad, you know, you fight, somebody comes back with broken, like, a broken nose, the other person doesn't come back at all. I don't know. It just depends. But everything could have been, you know, handled in a completely different manner. But no, you decided to go take this a mile further and go and be that guy, which you shouldn't have been. So Yeah, don't be that guy. Because you don't need to bring unnecessary people into it, and that usually leads to people getting jumped. Because let's say that you wanna handle your own situation, but your friends are self-righteous cunts that they would jump in for you, or just to make matters worse, they would actually jump in the middle and beat your ass. Like that's not something that anyone, honestly, anyone should be proud of. Um, but yeah, I've seen, I've experienced. It's not pretty. Um, yeah, don't be that person. Don't ever walk into a social gathering wanting to start a fight, because aside from yourself being embarrassed or trying to embarrass somebody, you just look like a complete ass. You make a complete ass of yourself, and then when people be like, oh yeah, I don't like hanging out with him because he's a confrontational person, or he's a confrontational little kid, like he likes to start shit where there's nothing there. Everybody knows that, let's say there was, a lot of criticism going on, but it's not something that you should go and make a big fuss about. It's really not. So don't be that guy. Yeah, I'm trying to think of more people I can criticize. On the low low. um let's see where we can go with this. Don't be needy. Needy people are the worst. Like, everybody has needs, but when you go and make it other people's problems, like, it just looks highly unattractive, and it's weird to a certain extent. Like, nobody wants to hear that shit. Like, I'd be out here just straight chilling. Ain't nobody need to get needy. Ain't no need to get needy. Pastrami, linguine, tortellini. Dude, I swear, dude. Fucking memes are the best. Tortellini. Dun 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 dun. Alright, time to get the duct tape. Dude, where the fuck is Hassan, bro? It's 2:30. Jesus Christ. It said 1:50. What the fuck? Oh, dude, this man must have been messaging me for like fucking half hour now. Oh, dude, come on, fucking load. Stop, don't do this to me right now. Alright, so I'm probably gonna get picked up in like 10 minutes to go practice some soccer. Try to lose weight. Try to get this physicality jump going. I'm trying to get into shape. If you guys didn't see my last Snapchat post last night, if you guys follow me on Snapchat at THMobster, TH_mobster, it was an old Snapchat that I made. Last night was my last cheat meal. Yep. Last night I went to 7-Eleven, and I had an epiphany on the way there that I really do need to get my physicality in shape. Like, I just need to get into shape, bro. Like, it's bad. I'm 20. I don't have a six pack. I'm not even physically fit to go and do any, said sport at the highest, like, not even the highest level, just like an amateur level. Like, I'm not good enough. Like, I'm not fast enough. My reaction time is shit. I'm not flexible. So yeah, I took a picture of the last big bite, big gulp, and 2 taquitos. Well, 4 taquitos. Now I come to think about it, the 4 taquitos I ate last night, and I said that's it. This is it. This is gonna be it for a while. I'm not eating junk food. So, ooh. Okay. So now both of my chairs are leathery, plasticky sort of feel, and it feels nice. Nice. See what Hassan said. Hassan? No, dude. Hassan. Dude, this kid is he's Hassan the Don. That should be his Instagram name now that I come to think about it. Hassan is a Somalian kid that used to go to. Actually, no, he's not a Somalian. He's from Sierra Leone. If you guys don't know Sierra Leone, it's a very war-torn country in Africa. It you know It's a very war-torn country in Africa. You know, the whole pirates and stuff like that. I heard that's where it's from. Like, you know, we always crack jokes and stuff like that about it. I don't think it offends him, but he likes to roast too. He's cool. Like, he still has a bit of an accent, like a bit of an African accent, but he is probably one of the best soccer players I've ever played with. Like, this kid is uber talented. He makes me look like a bitch on the pitch, bro. This kid is miraculously one of the, like, he's one of the best forwards I've ever played with. He's that type of person who gets reckless with the ball, but there's usually an outcome because at the last second, if you pair up with him, it's a 2v1 on the defense. Let's say there's one defender and a goalie left. If you tag up with him, he either takes the ball all the way through, or at the last second, this man will give you the clutchest pass and expects you to make the goal. Like, at the very last second, bro. And I played with him so many times, just with and against, to know that if you're ever gonna have the ball, God so help it, don't run down his lane. Whatever you do, just cross the ball at that point. Just pass it to the other side of the field, because you're not getting past him, and he will shit on your life. Like, literally, like, drop the biggest, fattest dinosaur triceratops looking turd on your fucking forehead. Like, just right then and there. He's really talented. I'm actually gonna film some of his dribbling today. I wanna see if he crosses me up. If he crosses me up, it's not coming up. It's not coming up on YouTube. 100% it's not. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I went a little bit off topic near the end. But yeah, just don't be those people. Like, just don't. It's not worth it. You don't look cool. Like, we need less of that in the world and more of people that will, like, that'll help people and not, like, you know, bring other people down. Like the people that I just described, we have a multitude of those people, and we need less of it because they just create a bad vibe or a bad, like, a feeling in you know, especially in social gatherings and, you know, like, where people go and hang out and have a great time. They're just the shitheads that go and shit on our party. They're like the people that go and act rowdy at parties just to get it caught up because they're so petty that they still haven't gotten laid, obviously. So, like, they want the best for themselves and not for you. Like, they're not about the view, you know? They're not about the vision. They're not about the wave, bro. Like, the wave right now, in this day and age, is positivity. Like, there's a lot of people who rap about positivity. Like, you know, Lil Yachty be rapping about that positivity. We need to be more like Lil Yachty. We need to be all about that positive shit. You ever heard Broccoli? Broccoli's a positive-ass song. That's positivity. You need to be like Lil Yachty. You need to be about Drake. Drake about that positive. You know, he said more life. You gotta be on that Drake shit. You gotta be on that Lil Yachty shit. I made a roll. 420 ablaze it up. Yeah, that's fucking nasty. Yeah, just don't be any of those people, because then we sort of retrograde in the advancement of the human being. You know, it's like we peaked at around like 2012 when we thought we were all gonna die, and then we just retrograded right into a big ass shithole called the future. And literally the way we're heading into the future now, it's pretty bad, especially when we're all being led, like the biggest, or the biggest, I wouldn't say the biggest, because that refers to size. The number one, like, no, I wouldn't say number one country. The best, people call it like the best country in the world. I don't think so. The greatest country in the world. Like, everyone says yes. We're now led by an idiot. Which, orange skin, he looks like somebody from Whoville. But yeah, we're led by an idiot, a misogynist idiot. And he, one once again I bring politics into this, but yeah, like his actions and the way he spoke about people, he's causing us to be more like him, and that's people we don't need. And, you know, you got people like Tommy Lauren is she, you know, she was the sorority girl, right? Like she comes off of that one sorority girl that never got enough dick in her life, so she continuously makes people's lives awful, and continuously, like, it's like a constant, like, she constantly spews shit from her mouth because everywhere she walks the shit just falls out. So many times she's been asked, like, ass fucked in college, like, they wanted to try butt stuff and she got hooked on it, but now every time she walks it just comes out in like tubes. So like it doesn't have anywhere to go but out her mouth now. So yeah, just be more positive. Like, just be more positive in life, be more positive around other people. Like, we just need people to you know, just help each other. More life, you know. Alright? See you guys later. Deuces.